Okay, welcome to Ampocalypse with me, Damian FitzGerald. Today, excuse me, I'm joined by Sebastian Fischer of Samurai Pizza Cats with their brand new album, Press Start, dropping, I think, on the 27th of March. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Amazing. And so you've already got a sort of a sold-out mini festival. I think the very next day. So it's shaping up to be a really cool 2026 for you, sir. How's things, first of all?
Fine. Pretty much work, but I'm really fine, actually, somehow. In a kind of way, sometimes a bit overworked, but it's absolutely fine if you think about the upcoming things, I think.
Yeah. I love that. It's fine, you know. I'm not going to get too excited. It's just fine.
Typical German answer.
Yeah, it's good. I don't mind that. Now, we're going to be talking about the new record, you know, how it builds on your previous album, You're Hellcome. By the way, I dig that album title. That's just chef's kiss perfect. The guests that you've got on this new record, the new lineup dynamic, and what comes next for the band. And then following the standard interview, we are going to find out how you survive when a super volcano erupts, the skies turn black, and the world is thrown into a volcanic winter. So Sebastian, welcome to your Ampocalypse. So we're going to start off with the new record, Press Start. It's almost here. I think it comes out on the 27th of March, as you said. Now, when you compare it to You're Hellcome, how does this record feel different creatively and emotionally?
Actually, it feels not anything like different. It may sound different. You're Hellcome has been like, a lot of people say, like, or a hard record, and there are some brutal tracks on it, I think. But for me, as the artist in the end, or like part of the production team, it's more like Samurai is always producing stuff and songs the way we feel it. We're doing stuff, we're doing songs we actually feel and we like. And I think that's the reason why it doesn't sound, for me in particular, any different, I would say. I think the only bonus part for me as a person is that I'm really singing a lot on this album. After I heard it again, after we finished producing, I've been like, oh my god, I'm singing really a lot, because it's a funny fact that on You're Hellcome there were my first take or my first step on clean vocals ever. That have been produced and also being let out to people to hear it. And yeah, now we are here, and I like this stuff, some kind of.
Well, I'm going to say Press Start. Obviously, I've been lucky enough to hear it before all the normal people, let's say. And it's already shaping up to possibly be one of my albums of the year. I'm absolutely digging it, because there's absolute insanity in this as well. But we're going to get into some of the songs in a little bit. Now, was there something you really wanted to expand on or push further with Press Start? You know, maybe that you did just scratch the surface on in the debut record?
Actually, we just wanted to experiment even more, and I think that's also the reason, to come back to the first question, why it may sound different to other people except us. We wanted to, we actually wanted to check what are we able to do, what are we able to do in about vocal producing, what are we able to do about taking this stuff also on the stage afterwards. What are the songs that we feel good about, and about what kind of song do we feel a vibe coming up, like from the shows in the past.
Cool. Now, the first album, again, also fantastic. You know, it broke the German top 100. Did that success sort of influence your mindset going into Press Start, or, you know, did you just try and shut out expectations, because it was quite a high bar to be set? And whenever I think of that, I always think the Machine Head, the first record of theirs, and everyone sets the bar by that. and they've done great records afterwards. So what was that like for you?
Actually, it's been a pretty long time since we released You're Hellcome, and yeah, obviously it was absolutely crazy what came afterwards. It's been like, guys, by the way, you're going top 100. It's fine for you. And I've been like, what the fuck? With a deathcore album? Yeah, really? What the fuck? Okay, fine, let's do it. And yeah, we've been playing shows afterwards. We've been on tour. We've been playing festivals afterwards. And the funny thing is actually that when Samurai Pizza Cat started, we've been like, okay, let's do a song or two, and yeah, we're gonna publish them over YouTube or something like that, and let's see what happens. And the crazy thing was actually that we've never been the kind of people in this project to be like, okay, let's push it somewhere we've never ever have been ever doing about. Yeah, we've just been like, okay, let's put on a song and let's see what we got here. And after all this touring and playing shows and stuff, and after all this release phase that took about like 1 year and a half, I think, we sat together and we've been like, what will we do next? What are our steps? Do we want to do it like this in any kind of way further? What is the dream we are having about this? And yeah, everyone answered in common, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Let's just actually press start. That's also how we got to that album title in the end, because we said, okay, let's go for it. Let's do it once again. Let's see what we got here.
Cool. Now, fans have already heard, Super Zero, Panda Struck, City of Gold, and my personal favourite title, Fear No Slice. I'm going to get into that a little bit later because that is just... I need to know a bit about that one. But why were those particular tracks the right ones to introduce fans to Press Start? What was it about those songs?
Because in the end, they are all absolute chaos, and that is what we are. We are absolute chaos. As you can see in my room here, I mean, there's this jacket. It lies there like about 5 weeks now because I wanted to edit a bit about it, but somehow everything else was then more important for me. And I think this is what also is happening or happened in this process of songwriting in a kind of way, because we've always been like, okay, I got this riff, okay, I got this hook. What is this song about? What is the theme? Now I've been in the studio like da 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 da, and I was like, how funny would it be to sing about an alien that finds pizza on Earth? And yeah, that's actually how Fear No Slice came out, and yeah, all the story that is written behind it.
Now, were there any songs you considered keeping completely hidden because they might hit harder when that album's released? Because, you've got some collaborations on there, and they are absolute dynamite.
Thank you so much. There is one track that will still come out on this album, and maybe it's about one of the features that you've heard on it. One song that I always said in this process of writing that I don't want to be released before, and I actually don't want to play live because I love the vibe of that song. It's particularly like, you hear a track and you're like, this is a perfect vibe for exactly this song. And on this album, it is and it will be Error 808 that will stay actually completely on this album, because I love the vibe, I love how the way it is produced, I love the parts in it, and I think it would lose too much with the written video concept behind it, because there's such a deep meaning in it that I wouldn't know how to create something like a video around it or a live show or anything like that.
You do realise when I next come to your show, or when you play in the UK and I'm at one of your shows, I'm going to make a crappy little sign on cardboard saying, play Error. I'll be demanding it just because of what you've said, sir. Now, of the currently unreleased tracks, which one are you personally most excited to actually unleash live? Obviously not Error, but what one do you think is going to be like absolute a blast to play?
My absolute favorite since day one. funny thing about the song is we wrote it on one freaking day completely, except the feature part is Ramen Man. I love this song, absolutely. I like the vibe. I like to hear in private. Actually, I hear no Samurai songs, surely for master process and checking over it and stuff. But Ramen Man is the first song I actually hear in my private time just because I like the song.
Cool. Now, I do have to ask, going back to Fear the Slice, is there a particular slice that you fear? Now, I'm going to be honest, for me, it's anything that contains pineapple. I mean, it should be criminal, in my experience. Now, what slice do you fear?
Absolutely pineapple. I hate it. It's diabolical. I don't know why this happens. I don't know why people do this. I will never try it, and I see it, and I go like, oh my god, why?
Well, see, there is pineapple, but there was one other one, and I do remember when I was at university, there was a pizza place, and it was dirt cheap, so we always ordered from there, but I can't remember all the ingredients on it, but it was called the Pregnant Lady, and there were 2 ingredients that made me go, what the WTF? And it was roast beef and banana.
Holy fuck.
And I think for the first time ever, people that like pineapple and dislike pineapple on pizza had to come together to fight a common enemy. You know, another absolute evil of the world. What's your take on roast beef and banana on pizza?
I'm absolutely against it. And this is absolute diabolical crime. Why do you do this? Why is this happening?
Exactly. It was shameful. Now, some of the guest features on there, on T-Rex Plosion, that features Ankor. Now, what did they bring to the track that really elevated it beyond what the original tune was?
They did an absolutely crazy ass performance on the vocals on this track. Actually, the song was absolutely done. It was finished. The clean vocals have been sang by me. You can still hear it mixed in the background a bit if you hear this really, really high, crazy-ass vocal. I wanted to try it. I did it. It was cool. It was fine. But I was like, dude, that's not the final vibe about it. I think there should be another voice. And we've been sitting together, and I've been checking Instagram, and I've been like, always becoming updates from Ankor because I followed them before already, and David is like a soulmate to me because his Zelda collection at home, and yeah, as you can see, this Nintendo collection in the background and stuff, and absolutely vibe together. And I've been like, we have to ask Jess if she has the time and if she has the will to performance her vocals on this track. And she absolutely surprised me with how characterful and how voluminous her voice, her vocals actually made this chorus in the end even more. It's absolutely crazy. I love it. I dig it.
Cool. Now, one of my personal favourite tracks on the record is actually Ramen Man with BABYBEARD. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'd not actually heard BABYBEARD before. And when I heard this track, I was just like, you know what? Your band is a level of chaos that I love anyway. And I don't know, how did this collaboration come out? And because it's mad. I can't even articulate like the song. People are just going to have to hear it.
It was absolutely random, actually. Richard followed me one day on Instagram. And he wrote me and he was like, it's been about 1 year ago or something like that. And he was like, mate, I love your vocals. And I answered, dude, I love your vocals too. We have never ever written again. But then one day, Daniel and I have been in the studio and we've been producing Ramen Man because actually we just recorded the first riff and I was like, dude, this anime vibe, I love it. How's the hook? What do we do here? And I was like, dude, we have to do a feature on this one. And there's only one option that comes to my mind when I hear the song. And I wrote Richard once again on Instagram after 1 year. And he was like, dude, I'm absolutely in it. And I said, can you bring the girls with you? And he was like, yes, I do. And yeah, that's actually how Ramen turned out. And we've also met about 4 weeks ago when they had their first Cologne or second Cologne show ever. Yeah, we've met there, and it's been absolutely like have been meeting like we've known each other for about 10 years.
And all it was like, you got a great voice, you got a great voice. That's how it goes sometimes.
You have a great beard, you have a great beard, I love you, man.
I do have a great beard.
You have
I'm not
also a
gonna
great
lie.
beard, Damian.
It takes a lot of care, to be fair. You see it when it wakes up, it's like, it's a
Yeah,
proper
I know
beard
the
throw. Now, and I'm probably going to mess up the name now, but Robin Scheer?
It's
Scheer.
exactly right.
Yeah.
You're saying it
He's-
better than me.
Now, he's officially a permanent member of Samurai Pizza Cats now.
Yes.
What has that done for the chemistry of the band now, having like him full time and officially part of you guys?
Actually, nothing really changed because you have to know that we all are connected for like a decade now. Daniel and me even longer. I know Daniel since 2006, so we have 20 years on the bank this year. And I know Robin for like 13, 12 years. And Stefan that left, also for about 12 years now. What is happening there? Police.
Oh, you hear that? Yeah, like, that's the sound of Croydon where I live. You know, it's
I
it's
think
pretty
they're looking for the
standard.
pineapple pizza.
I didn't even know you can hear it on your end. My apologies. There you go. Like,
No
it's,
problem. Oh God. I just thought they were
It's
looking for
alright.
the pineapple pizza.
They don't know where I am, and they don't know about banana and roast beef on pizza either. So it's,
Okay, perfect.
we're
So we're safe.
sorted. Sorry, I can't believe the police distracted you there.
No, it's just my ADHS brain. Sorry. No,
all
we
right.
know each other for so long now, and yeah, for sure, it's been emotional to have like this kind of divorce in a friendly way, you know, because every one of us has its own families, friends, and jobs and stuff. Parallel to all this is what is happening or what happened over the past few years. So Stefan actually just said, guys, I have to evolve myself in my private business area stuff. And we've been like, dude, who would we be to tell you not to do it? It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine if you say that you have to evolve or that you see problems coming up when you're spending so much time into this project. It's absolutely fine for every one of us. It's okay. Yeah, we're still friends, we're still connected, and that's absolutely fine.
Cool. Now, one of the things that's really cool that's happening just shortly after the release of the album, and it's a pain in the arse that I'm not in Germany for this, is Samurai Pizza Fest. And it's sold out. Like, what was that moment like when you were like, wait a minute, this is sold out? Did you expect that to actually happen?
No, actually not. Actually, we did also not that it would happen in the last year. We announced it in September, October, I don't know, I think early September. It was announced and we've been like, yeah, let's see what happens. So the first thought ever to come up with this festival was like, actually, we want to do something. We want to somehow celebrate the release of this album in a kind of way. But you have to know that we as a band, we are not the kind of guys who are actually like, to be the kind of guys who say, oh wait, we have done a really great job there. Oh my God, we have to celebrate this in any kind of way. We're not like that. We are more like, all right, cool, we have done this. Okay, let's do that. And that actually was like, we want to give something back to the people who support us, who attended to our shows in the past, and who actually support us every day in social media or via DMs and stuff. And so we came up with the idea of Samurai Pizza Fest, and we were like, hey, and even if there are like 200 people, it's fine for us. It's absolutely fine for us, because we can give something back to these 200 people. And then, yeah, someday our booking agency called us and said, guys, we're sold out. And we've been like, what the fuck? What just happened? So it's we've been absolutely surprised about it, and yeah, so we want to make this particular moment count very much. We want to make it to something like a happening, not just like a live show. We want to make it to a happening, to an event for a day. That's not like there are several bands coming up and just doing their set and stuff. It is planned like there are a bunch of bands. They will do their set, but we are also a bunch of friends who arrive there, and we want to have a really freaking good time with all these people attending to a particular this show. And so it's very sad that you're not there, man. It's gonna be a party.
Send me a plane ticket. I'll be there. Don't worry.
Let's chat later about that.
Now, it is being hosted right after releasing Press Start. Now, when you decided to do that, was that confidence, chaos, or a bit of both? What was the mindset there?
I think chaos as always. It's in Samurai. It's mostly like we do plan things, and there are very cool people supporting us in the background, like our booking agency and stuff, or our management, or our label, who are like, guys, we could do that, and we are more like, let's talk about that later. I've seen a cat over there. It's very cool. And yeah, it's mostly like we're starting very late to our process takes a bit longer than for other people, I think.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask, would you bring Samurai Pizza Fest on the road? Would you take it to other countries? Do you think it could become something more, perhaps? Or is this just going to be a one-off?
I think that Samurai Pizza Fest will happen definitely again. And I think that maybe Samurai Pizza Fest will stay here, near our hood, here in Germany, because it's also like, for us, an event, we're so much on the road in a year, so we can actually invite our families, our friends, they're all attending. They're people we haven't seen for like half a year or a year or something like that. They can all arrive there, come over, and we are going to have a great time and show them, hey, family, this is what I'm doing all the time. Look at it. Please come over. Let's do something together. And I think Samurai Pizza Fest should stay here in our area, but that does not mean that we are not getting somewhere actually also near your area, maybe.
I win. There we go. Now, I have to ask, what food is being served there? Are you going to mess with people and not have a pizza vendor?
Actually, when will this here be out?
Huh?
When will this podcast be out?
I'm planning literally just shortly before, I think a week before your record comes out.
Okay, that's fine for me. For sure there will be pizza vendor.
I'm definitely
I organized it just yesterday. I still got the mail open here.
Nice. Now, before we move into the more fun side of it, where we're going to throw you into an apocalypse, I do have to ask a few Star Wars questions, because this is a real bonding thing, looking at your background and mine. Best movie? What's the best movie?
I'm always afraid of fucking this up.
Look, you're going to piss off some Star Wars fans no matter what you say.
I hope not.
So what would you say your favourite one would be? Favourite Star Wars movie?
Actually, because it's such an... Yeah, I think because it's so much connected to my childhood and growing up. Don't hate me, fellas, but it's episode 1. Because it's so deeply connected. I've been like, it came out 2001, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
I think through 2001, and I've been like 8 years old. It's been, yeah, surely my father told me about Star Wars and the oldest Star Wars, and I've seen them to that time already, and I was like, oh my god, episode 1 is coming up. It's happening in my lifetime. How crazy is that? I don't think I thought that far as a child, but in my mind it's like that, and that's the biggest connection to Star Wars, I think.
See, I'm not going for one of those ones. I'm actually going with Rogue One, or if you look at how I spell things, Rouge One, because I can't seem to spell it. My dyslexic brain won't let me put the letters the right way around. But that one was the killer one for me. I love that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've been surprised by it. I've just seen it about, or when came it out? I don't know when, but I haven't been to this. I wanted to go to the cinema, but I've been strictly into other stuff. But I watched it on Disney Plus one day. I got up in the morning and I was like, oh my god, that's a really good movie. Yeah,
every now and again, Disney will do something good while they're like churning out and ruining our childhood. So, anyway, we've talked about press start. Now it's time to see how you would survive your own Ampocalypse. So, the Earth descends and it's going to hit restart. A super volcano erupts, there's ash clouds that blot out the sun, temperatures crash, crops fail, and the world is plunged into a brutal volcanic winter. So Sebastian, welcome to your Ampocalypse. The first question, when the sky turns black and the ash starts falling, what's your immediate first move? What do? Grab a slice?
I think at first I would go to my garage and get a beer.
Priorities.
And just check on if this somehow gets over me in the next few hours. And maybe drink a second bottle.
You know what? That's the most sensible answer like anyone's ever given, I think, to an apocalypse.
What should I do?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just watch it happening and be like, I hope it will do itself.
Now, which member of Samurai Pizza Cats would survive the longest? Who's your MVP? And who's absolutely finished on day one?
I think Daniel would be dead on day one. I love my brother, but he's like, if it would come to the moment that he would have to construct something, he'd be dead. And I don't think that he even would be able to put on a fire. I think Stefan would be the one. I mean, look at him. He's like big, tall, massive. He could kill a bear with his bare hands.
So you're sticking with Stefan. Like,
yeah.
If that happens, then obviously flying over to Germany and like sticking like glue to Stefan because it's big, scary, kill a bear with bare hands.
Grab around his leg.
Who's doing the bear hugging here? The bear or him? Now, with no sunlight and no stages left, does music get darker and heavier? Or even more chaotic to fight the gloom?
I think even more chaotic. I think even more chaotic, yeah. Cool. Because you have to do something about this darkness.
I don't know, just start singing Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. Or do a chaotic version of it, you know. While you sit there watching the cloud
like a
come north
version
towards you with a beer, you know. Now, you've only got time to save one piece of gear when the eruption hits. What are you grabbing?
On my instrumental gear?
Do you know what? Oh, it was supposed to be instrumental gear, but because I've seen Darth Vader in the background, I'm going to let you grab anything you want, including the beer.
Good question. Really good question. I think, we'll take a beer.
Why not grab two? Grab a crate, you know. Now,
I got hands. And you find stuff on the way.
Exactly. Now, in this new ash-covered world, what role do you think you'd take on? Do you think you'd be a leader, morale booster, strategist, or just some sort of chaotic entity?
Some kind of not even chaotic entity, I think. Just be like, let's get through this somehow. I don't know if it I don't know if we should be grouping up here. I think we could die. Let's just do it somehow.
Fair.
I'd be skeptic.
Now, with food quite scarce, does pizza become the ultimate currency? And for the record, pizza, if I was on a desert island, pizza would be the one food I'd bring. Because no one specified the toppings, so I'd have a pizza buffet.
Sorry?
What would pizza become the ultimate currency? Do you think it would be the one thing that people trade on?
The ultimate pizza would be... Oh my god, there's so many options to say right now.
Roast beef and
Something
banana.
with pepper... Oh, absolutely not. If that would be the only kind of pizza that would be there, and that's the only thing that would keep me alive, I wouldn't eat it. Something with pepperoni.
Good call. Now, which song title from Press Start accidentally becomes the anthem for the apocalypse?
T-Rex Plosion.
Good
Makes
call.
the most sense.
Yeah. Now, when the ash finally clears and civilization rebuilds, are Samurai Pizza Cats headlining the first Post-Volcanic festival, or are you just there to party?
Oh, let's do a freaking festival. Let's party that we're still alive, mate.
There we are, Samurai Pizza Fest, the last festival on Earth. I'm here for it all the way. Sebastian, I want to thank you so much for joining me on Ampocalypse today. I think it's safe to say you've survived your Ampocalypse just because you went and grabbed a beer to start with. I mean, it's the most sensible thing you could do. There we go. Crack the beer and just sit back and let this all blow over, as Simon Pegg once said. Sebastian, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you
Good luck
so
with the album
much.
release. Again,
so
it
much,
is one of the top ones I've heard so far. So
Thank you.
it's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, my friend. Take care.
Thank you so much, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye.